Hello friends, welcome back to the Devananda Online Institution of Fundamental Sciences, and today we are looking into the social structure in Mesopotamia. Okay, the social structure. Mesopotamia had a hierarchical society. Okay, what do you mean by hierarchical society? Means it had a caste system. Okay, it had a caste system and it was based on the wealth and power a group of people had. So that is a hierarchy. Okay, so Mesopotamia had such a hierarchical system. First of all, they had the upper class. Okay, the upper class people comprised of the nobility. Who were the nobles? The nobles were the kings. Okay, the kings, the rulers. Okay, the kings were there. Then the higher officials. Okay, so the kings and the higher officials were there in the nobility. Along with the king, we had the royal family. Okay, the whole royal family being with the nobility. Okay, and along with the king in Mesopotamia was also a priest. Okay, the king in Mesopotamia is also the priest, and he was called the priest king. Okay, the priest king means he will be the main priest of his ruling area. Okay, the priest king, and because of this, all the priests were also part of the nobility. Okay, and this priest king means the king of Mesopotamia was considered the god on earth by the Mesopotamians. And next, let us look into the middle class. Next, we had the middle class, and the middle class people, they were the citizens. Okay, all the citizens of Mesopotamia were part of the middle class, and this comprised the farmers. Okay, the farmers were part of the middle class. Next, we had the artisans, and next we had the traders. The farmers, the artisans and the traders comprised the middle class, and they led a comfortable life. Okay, they led a comfortable life. How? Then the farmers would trade the surplus food grains with the traders. And next what happens? Because of these surplus food grains, there is a huge need of pots to store food, and seeds should be stored in pots.
So the artisans were also flourishing.
So in this way, all these three occupations led a comfortable life. And this was about the upper class and the middle class. And now let us look into the lower class. Next, we had the lower class. The lower class comprised of the slaves. Okay, the slaves. The slaves were the part of the lower class, and the slaves were the prisoners. Okay, the prisoners in war. The prisoners of war means when a war happens. Okay, for example, when a war happens in Mesopotamia, they would imprison certain soldiers, maybe their family, etc. Okay, so these prisoners of war were treated as slaves, but slaves were treated really well in Mesopotamia. That's something you should learn. Okay, slaves, they were treated really well in Mesopotamia. And what else? Slaves, they could have a family. Okay, they could marry and have a family. So slaves, they also had a pretty decent life, but they were slaves and prisoners. Okay, so that was about the social structure in Mesopotamia. And now let us look into the family life. The families in Mesopotamia were mostly patriarchal. The families in Mesopotamia were mostly patriarchal. Okay, patriarchal. It was a patriarchal society. Why? What do you mean by patriarchal society? Means the father. Okay, the father will be the head of the family. In a patriarchal society, the father will be the head. And if the mother was the head of the family, we would call it a matriarchal society. Monogamous means each person, okay, each person just has one wife. So that is meant by monogamous. Okay, so only one wife for each person. So that is about monogamy, okay, or the monogamous society. Even though it was a patriarchal society, the rights of the women were protected. They could go anywhere and do anything with the husband's permission. Okay, so the women had pretty much a decent life in Mesopotamia. What about education? Boys were sent to school. Okay, mostly the ziggurat. The ziggurats were also used as schools. Boys were sent to school to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic. Okay, maths. Okay, reading, writing, and arithmetic. While girls, they were taught dance and music. Okay, so the boys, they could go to the school and learn reading, writing, and arithmetic, while girls were taught dance and music. And this is how the family life was in Mesopotamia. And that's it for today. Thank you.